Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Norman Network. And today we are going to be covering all of the official Flash minifigures produced by LEGO, and some unofficial ones and a few interesting facts. So let's jump right on into it with the first Flash minifigure ever made. So this is the first official LEGO Flash minifigure, and as you can see, it's pretty bland. There's the really cool basic insignia in the chest, the belt, then the back is pretty basic printing. Something that was sad for all the Flash fans is the fact that he didn't have boots, which actually wasn't fixed until really, really recently. So, yeah, overall, like a 4 out of 10. It's a good minifigure. So the next Flash didn't come in the mainline sets. This is a Mighty Micros Flash, and please excuse the long legs. I sometimes use them in mocks and stuff, so I gave him longer legs. But it has changed a few things. As you can see, that the eyes are now whited out, and the helmet piece is actually still the same. The insignia has gotten bigger, but there's no muscle detailing. And the belt was kind of cut in half here, which reminds me of the Rebirth Wally West Flash suit if it was just a little bit more dark in color scheme. So there was a long hiatus of DC sets with a Flash in it, and then finally, it wasn't until I think last year or so that they released some new minifigures. So this is kind of the big one, and it's pretty much just an upgrade from the original one. It was the same face print, the same helmet piece, and the same basic idea for the torso and back, but they added these little extra gold lightning bolts around the body, which just make it a lot more comic book accurate, but still no boots, which is super aggravating. So this is the same minifigure, just without the Power Blast pieces, and this one came in the activity book. So after that, and around the same time, there was the Justice League movie, and those sets came out, and this is the Justice League movie Flash. So overall, pretty good minifigure. The detailing is quite nice with the silver around the lightning bolt. It's quite accurate to the movie. They created a new headpiece, and it's actually hard plastic rather than a little harder rubber. And it's a pretty good minifigure, I'd say. They didn't have dual molded legs, excuse me, but they did add the printing on the legs, which is nice. And finally, the last official LEGO Flash that we have here is the most recent one. I covered this one in my Batman Battle Mech review, but they finally got it right. They added the boots in this one, and it is so exciting to finally have a fully accurate LEGO Flash. The helmet piece is the same, face piece is the same as the original. This is the same torso piece as the one from the year before, but these boots, they finally dual molded the legs and gave him his classic yellow boots. So that is super great. So there's actually 6 of these Flashes that are officially produced by LEGO, and there's one more Speedster that was actually produced by LEGO, but it's not a Flash. This is Reverse Flash, and he's going to be kicking off our honorable mentions section, and they did this one really well. It's basically just a reverse color scheme of the original character, and it is super, super great. They recolored the headpiece, completely new face print, and it is really good. He has the classic Eobard Thawne red eyes, and the logo has been blacked out with the red lightning bolt. That's really nice. But no boots on this one, but still, it's a good minifigure. So I have 3 unofficial LEGO Flashes here to show you, part of our honorable mentions. There's probably hundreds more on the web or in little, like, Asian minifigure stores, but these are some ones I have. So this isn't the Flash, but it is Wally West Kid Flash, and it's a pretty decent minifigure. They didn't do the printing on the legs quite good, but it's what you expect from these unofficial Lego minifigures. Overall, it's a pretty decent minifigure, kind of based off of a mix of the TV show and the comic book. And next we have here a recreation of the CW TV show Flash. And when I saw this in a convention, I thought, wow, that's really, really nice. And it's the gold detailing. The gold detailing is actually really chrome and shiny, and they use the Justice League headpiece, which really fits the live-action TV shows Flash a lot better than the more rubberized, longer, more comic booky headpiece. And it has really, really nice printing all around. I love this minifigure. If I use Flash in mocks, I use one of these two guys. And finally, here we have the White Lantern Flash. So if you didn't know, I believe it's in the Brightest Day story arc, correct me if I'm wrong, that Flash becomes a White Lantern. And if you didn't know, White Lanterns are kind of like Green Lanterns, but they hold the life equation, and they also control the entire emotional spectrum, which is what powers all of the lantern cores. If you didn't understand a word I said, Google it. So anyway, this is a really good minifigure. I really like the White Lantern piece covering up the Flash lightning bolt. That's really good. And the whole thing just seems very comic book accurate. Has the, not dual molded legs, but it does have the white boots. And I built this minifigure and I turned it to the side. I'm like, wait, is that actually the little lightning bolt on the side of his boot? And it is. It's on both sides, and it is great. It is such a good detail. This minifigure is really good. The only bad part about it is this helmet, which is very bulky, and you actually have to attach these lightning bolts to the side. And you'll find lots of unofficial Flash minifigures using this headpiece in different colorations. And the reason for that is the first time a Lego Flash actually appeared was in the original Lego Batman game. And at the end of it, you can see that this is actually the headpiece that they used. And I'm so glad that they upgraded to the other headpiece. It's one piece, it's way easier to put together. But this is actually the style of headpiece that they used, except it was yellow here and red here. And so the aftermarket Lego companies, they just decided, hey, let's make that piece, and then they didn't really ever upgrade to the rubberized pieces. Then they finally upgrade to the Justice League headpiece. So, overall, the Flash minifigure library is a really good one. I'm a huge fan of the Flash. He's my favorite superhero, and I'm also a huge fan of Lego. So it is great to have access to all these different Flash minifigures. The library could be expanded upon. Definitely not to the level of Batman minifigures. They're actually, the level of Batman minifigures is the most of one character in different ways throughout all of the Lego company. It's except for maybe a policeman or something. But overall, the Flash library is pretty good, and yeah. So on that note, I would like to thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!